My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Alan Wake. And I didn't really know what to expect from this game, and it's very frustrating because there are some great, unique aspects, but there's also some really shitty aspects of this game as well, and I'm kinda torn on it. So let's begin by talking about the gameplay. And at first, I despised the combat system. I thought it was redundant and annoying and just really stupid. But the longer I played the game for, the more I was eventually won over by it. By the end, the combat system is actually my biggest positive, and it's just so distinct and interesting. And I love how you have to use light to weaken your enemies, and you have to be smart about the battery life of your flashlight, and then you can attack them. And I like how you're given a revolver and a shotgun and a hunting rifle and a flare gun. You're also given flares and flashbangs. Like, at first, hated it, but I really did come to love this part of the game. And I just love how so much of this game is focused on light and darkness. Like, light guides you in where you need to go. Light weakens your enemies. Light heals you. Light is used as a checkpoint. It just really works for me as just an interesting decision. And there is a nice atmosphere to this game. I also think the sound design can be really great in moments. And the graphics do hold up. This is a nice looking game. The environments are brought to life incredibly well, and I did enjoy playing so much of it. But then we get to the story, and the story to me was just pure and utter nonsense. It just did not work for me on any level, and it just felt like it was trying too hard the entire time. It felt like an eighth grader writing his own mystery novel, and I just did not care about anything going on. I did not care about the main mystery, and all of a sudden we meet these two people at this place, and now we have to go to the Anderson farm because why? Like, I always talk about how stories should be therefore this happens, therefore this happens, therefore this happens. A series of cause and effect. But the story here just felt, and then this happens, and then this happened. And it just felt so random and nonsensical. And Alan as a character is just so uninteresting. Like, the only reason you kind of come to care for him is because he is the main character, but there's nothing actually there in terms of the writing to get you to care for him. He just did nothing for me. His one friend Barry does have personality, but he still kind of sucked as a character. But then we get to my biggest issue with this game, and it's the fact that it's too fucking long. Holy shit, is it ever? There's a website called How Long to Beat where you can see how long it takes to beat a bunch of video games, and I think this game is listed at 11 hours or something like that. I swear, like, this game took me 30 maybe 40 hours. And maybe I just suck. That is a very real possibility. But it took me forever to get me through this game, and it just overstayed its welcome. And it really pissed me off too, because there are moments where you're just walking in a straight line to get to your next location, and I fucking despised these moments. Like, I know you have to get to these mines, and it took me forever to get there, and I was so bored and unengaged by the time I did. And for the last chapter of the game, you have to get to Cauldron Lake, and you have to walk down this one stretch of road for just the longest time, and it's mind-numbing how dull the game can be at times. It's just excessive, and you could have easily shortened this game up. Like, I appreciate the ambition, but know your limits, and come on, like, it's just so obvious to me. I also didn't like the enemies that would just teleport around, because you keep trying to shine your light on them, but they keep moving, and they weren't difficult, they just pissed me off. And there's also one scene where you're on a bridge and you're getting attacked by darkness, and you have to make this jump. And this jump, like, I beat it, but it took me way too long. And I don't really think I have much else to say about this game. Like, the story was just kind of whatever, and like, I dug the atmosphere. There is a creepiness to it, and I do think the gameplay, the combat can be really fun, but the game is also just too much, and the story just, I didn't care. So, Alan Wake, I'll give a 6 out of 10 to. Apparently, the sequel is better, so fingers crossed that's the case. But, Alan Wake, have you played it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.